Hi, this is Jay, and this is my first YouTube channel. Or this is my first YouTube video, to be more accurate. And it's titled Philosophy, Politics, and Economics. And it's like the name of a course of study at Oxford University where a lot of prominent individuals have took. And for example, prime ministers, politicians, and statesmen in Britain, and people from all over the world take this course. And so that kind of highlights the notion that these three academic disciplines are very much related to each other, and oftentimes just looking at these disciplines alone makes you miss a lot of different insights into this concept. And so I'm making this YouTube channel and this video because I believe that there are a lot of meaningful connections between these three disciplines, and that society can be better understood by many aspects of society can be better understood by looking at social issues and so society through all three disciplines instead of just one in isolation. And at the same time, there are many channels that are devoted solely to politics and to philosophy or to economics. And I won't say that I'm like an expert on any one of those three. So I couldn't really make that many videos just focused on one of those disciplines. But I tend to be a person who sees connections between different ideas and make analogies between different disciplines and to find I tend to be naturally see those connections, and whether they have any value is for ultimately you to decide. But I wanted to share those what I believe is a kind of a unique perspective, a interdisciplinary point of view. And so, what would I say is the central organizing principle that will really of this channel and the videos that I'm going to make? And I believe that that central organizing principle is the concept of society is a system, and every time, and this is something that is well known, right? That's the very definition of a social science, where society is a system, and and that kind of paradigm helps us to study society objectively. But at the same time, I believe that when we actually get into thinking about these subjects, we tend to lose sight of that fact, right? This was the concept that really drove the Enlightenment. The idea is that society is a system that can be analyzed, understood, and improved in from that kind of paradigmatic point of view. But so many times when we're talking about these, discussing various issues in these subjects, we lose sight of the fact that society is a system, and we tend to personalize it and to bring in our own prejudices and are really if it's kind of difficult for us to step back and to really keep that central organizing principle first thing in mind all the time. And so that's what I'll try to do. I'll try to always circle back to that concept of society being a system and to consistently approach problems from that perspective. And so I'm going to be and so a lot of people say, okay, well then thinking of society as a system just means that you're going to be like the social engineer. That phrase is really looked at as a pejorative. It's looked at very negatively. Oh, you're over engineering society. But I just believe that there's good engineering and there's bad engineering. Just because social engineering has failed in many situations doesn't mean that that whole concept is fundamentally flawed. It just means that the particular ways in which people have tried to engineer society have been based on flawed assumptions or poor execution. And I'm saying that if social engineering actually proceeds with a accurate understanding of human nature and of society, that it can be effective, and that when social engineering works, people don't complain it, because people just assume that that's how it always was and that's how it should always be. But things have been designed in that way. Everything that human beings have created has been created. None of what we have on this earth has been created by any sort of agency external to us. It's everything can be attributed either to human intention or by accident. But the fact is that human beings create the society that we live in, and so human beings have the right to shape that system. That's the basic perspective that I have.